Hey guys, it's Haley and I am back with another video so that we can continue working on our mini junk journal. We've got quite a few bits in there. We've got quite a few things going on. And I think I'm going to go ahead while we're here and do the cover that we planned because I can't decide and I don't want to, waste any more time fiddling with it. So I think, I have some little clips. And I want to do the cheesecloth under our image. Okay, I think I want it. Do you guys like it? Before we had like both pieces of the cheesecloth, but I don't want to just totally cover up this really cool background, All right, let's just do that. I'm gonna glue this down and I think we should use the tacky glue just because we have different layers of paper and fabric. I think I'm not even going to touch that. I'm just going to glue down this and the cheesecloth. I mean, that will just kind of stay there. And if it moves around, that's all right too. Okay. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. I like it a lot. Okay. You know what? I'm happy with that. What do you guys think? This is a pretty cool cover. I mean, we did a lot of stuff to it. And it turned out pretty dang good, if I say so myself. Okay. Now, we need to do some embellishing on the pages, and we still have these empty pockets and these empty flaps. So I was looking at this to do like a little trifold and make it more narrow this way so it won't stick out. This one's obviously too big. And then we can have, maybe a tiny tag or tickets or something tucked in here. But in there, I want something little. I guess we could fold these in half and make them a tag or like a little pull out. They're too small to be into thirds though, I think. And then we could put a little tab on them so the edge of the tab would like stick out. I don't know. What else do we have? We've got some nice craft paper. These are dyed, and got some nice crunchy dyed notebook paper. I don't want to do just another full-on booklet. We've got 2 booklets in there. I mean, they don't have to be symmetrical. I kind of like this in thirds. What do you guys think? Yep. And then we could either attach the little tab at the top so it will fold out, pull out like this, and you could do it like this or however you want to do it, you know. Or we could staple like a little piece of ribbon or paper folded in half to make it stick out. But I think I want that one. And then, let's see. This wouldn't be double-sided, but maybe we could, like you could write on the inside and we could do a little bit more on the outside. Let's do this one. This is the tea-dyed scrap of one of the pages in our book. Let's see how far these fit in here. And that will determine how long our little tab needs to be to make sure it can come out efficiently. So about 1/2 inch, between 1/2 and 1/4 of an inch. Now, and that's unless we wanted to do it like this, and it would just be like adhered on the back, and then it would fold out like that, or like this, or you know, but it would be just stuck down right here. That is the option. Come on, just make a decision, Haley. Okay, let's do, we need to bring in a little bit more color, boldness. What if we took a little scrap of lace on each of those? Let me see what it would look like. Hold on. This end is messed up. But just fold it in half like that. Let's see if this is even long enough. Yeah, it won't be long enough like that, but if we, let me see if I have in my lace bag or scrap bag, if I have like a thinner, more narrow piece of lace or something. We've already used that nice blue. I have this out, but it's too wide to kind of make. Oh, this is like seam binding. I didn't even know I had that. Whale. This is a lighter blue, but it's also that might be it. We could just use a little piece of that new, like, just plain cream ribbon I got. I really like this. I don't know why, but we could use it for something. Oh, this is my favorite trim of all time. The coolest. And I have that same, we've used, I don't think we actually used it in our book though. No. Okay, I need to quit fiddling. Let's go ahead and let's see what this looks like. I think I went through and put tape around all of them just to keep them contained, but that's not really usable. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut this open. All right, so if we did like two little pieces, like, you know, two little sections folded over, I think that would work for each one. And that way it would kind of like tie them together, but they will be different papers. All right, set this over here for now. And then we would want to do like this, I guess. Make sure it's even. And then just a little staple. Yeah. I like that. Do you guys like that? I think I might want the thinner one on the front. Just looks better to me. Okay. Staple, and I think I'm going to do a little X just for extra security. An X for extra security. It's not centered anymore, but what are you gonna do? There you go. Not bad. Not perfect, but I rarely do anything perfect anyway. And by rarely, I mean pretty much never. Which side do we want up? For some reason, I want this on the top. Okay. Okay. Okay, cute. Now let's find some bits to tuck in here. Do we want like little tickets? Seems kind of basic, huh? What if we like put these down on some other paper and let's do like little tags in here. I have tags that I coffee dyed or tea dyed. I honestly don't know because it's a long time ago. And here. I think those are the contenders for now. Depends on how much and if we want to alter them. I think I want these. Yep. Okay. Scooch boot over there. These will each have their little tuck spot, and we can put some pretty twine through that. Or I was thinking of making like a little, like making this into its own little string. Let's cut this in half lengthwise. Let's see how that works. Okay, let's see. Depending on which way you kind of stretch it, it becomes length. Hot dog or hamburger in layman's terms. And I could stitch right across the top, like right across here, instead of a staple. I think I want to do that. Do you guys like that? That's a good one. Quick decision. We did it, and I like it. Okay. Ta-da! And then we can add some little bits to it because otherwise that whole thing just looks a little bland to me. Okay. I'm going to pause you, sew these, and be right back. Okay, we're back. You might have been moved. I had to, of course, after the first one, re-thread my bobbin and I bumped the camera. So anyway, these are how they came out. I kind of like it. Nice and messy fun. So now I wonder if I still want them hanging out the top. I think I do. Okay, stuff here. And we've got flip outs. We didn't put an inner washi on here. We need to washi that. Let's see. What if just kind of like a small black and white version of that, and that way it won't really cover up much of this, so it can still be used as journaling space. And I want to add, I'm going to make the end torn. Oh. I want to add some tuck spots in here and start really getting it done. Okay. So, what do we have to work with here? Of course. Okay. I thought I had like a doily-esque. I have a coffee filter or a cupcake holder somewhere. Yeah. I used to do these on the bottom of a page or the side, or use doilies and kind of stitch right here to make a tuck spot, but I mean, that was like a common thing that people did, so I don't know if it's cool to do or if it's old news. I don't know. Ooh. What about on one of those like big blue pages? And we could also put like some little pieces of, I think the pink and the blue clashes. What about this craft? And we could stitch down a little strip of blue or green, something in there. Ooh, what if we used these on both sides? Ta-da! You know what I mean? Like put one on each side of the page and stitched through all of it, and that way it's a tuck spot. Let's do that. Okay. Well, that's okay. Doesn't have to be exactly matching on in the exact same color of blue on everything. because that's why it's called a junk journal. Yeah, I want those really close to the edge. Okay. All right, just so really you could do a double tuck if you wanted. I could sew up here. No, we don't need to do that. But it looks good. I like it. This went like this. All right. Now we need some cool little bits to tuck in there. Here, this is where a good spot for the tickets to tuck in because it's just a little extra something. Yeah. And these I think I had set out because I wanted to finish, see the edges aren't cut. I mean, you could technically like write a word on the back. A little inspirational word of positivity. Your truth. I'm a cornball. All right. 1, a 2. These scissors, the reason I don't like them for fussy cutting is because they like bend the paper like that. All right, and then we can find like a tag to put in there. Should we do like a full-size tag? Let's do one of our let's do our shipping manila tags. I don't even feel like I need to alter those. Or coffee dye them or whatever. Do we like it? Do we need a little something hanging out of there? What if we use this that we did our little mini booklet binding out of and did several strands? Let's do that. Okay. I will grab, where's the end? Okay. I want to do 2 lengths like this. And then I will cut all 3 in half. Are you guys a slow crafter like me? Or do you just pick something, do it, and go? I wish I could do that. I just can't. Too indecisive, I guess. Indecisive and or like, well, what if this doesn't look like this? Ugh. I think instead of just doing it like a tassel, I want to tie them in a little bow at the top of each. Well, let me see if that will even work. Have to be a double knotted bow so that it won't come out, but you know, do a double knot and then the bow. Yeah, I don't think this will be long enough. Just almost right there. Just almost, but not quite. Maybe if I did it with tweezers and I used tweezers to pull through. Let me try that. Okay. Separate that. It ain't gonna work like that. But we'll just have a little knot like this. I am fine with that. Grab this side and do our little bundle. I think I want to pull out some of my little printable bits and sew some of them like around in the corners. We could do a little more stamping. I don't know. I don't want it to be just a whole bunch of like stamping and nothing else, you know. Okay. And there we go. Another journaling spot. A double journaling spot. And we can't add too much more bulk. I think I want it bound like how I tied around Caitlin's Traveler's Notebook, to where it has something wrapped all the way around it and then tied in the front, you know? Like wrapped around a couple times and then tied to kind of keep it closed. I think that's what I want it to do, so. Because this is getting pretty bulky. Alright, so we need to do a little something and decide if and what we are doing with this on our back page or not, or what. How much time we have? Oh, we're at 26 minutes already, yeah. Okay, well, we can start on this. I'm gonna like get it prepared, and then after I go off camera, I'll coffee dye it and we can put it together at like later. So, I want a piece that's as long as this whole thing and as wide, and that's just not. And like I said, I would sew it on the sides like this. So this will be a pocket, and then you turn it around and it will be like a whole flap, and we can put, you know, an image to go right here, and either sew again all the way up the sides. Maybe we could just sew it all at one time, sew it all the way up the sides, and we'll have all three of those. That is what we'll do. Okay, now we need to decide what is going to go there. I doubt I'm going to find anything that's just close enough to that size that it will work. No, I don't want to cut that down. It's cool. Too cool for that. Okay. I'm just going to have to use some paper. What is this? I don't know. I almost like that. But then I would want to put like a blank sheet of paper in between. Do you know what I mean? Maybe this could be our slide in. No, it would have to be. Okay, possibility. Set this aside and grab another paper, or let's see. What if, since that piece is just going to be like extra? No, because that would be too light to have the brown paper, you know. Manila would be good. Let's see what else. You know what? I have just like regular craft paper. Let me grab some. Okay, this is from that same paper pad. Woo! Because I don't know about that. But this is supposed to look like kind of crinkled paper. And it's from the same paper pad as, come on, this paper. So, could measure this to be like the exact same size. Cut this out and either have the coffee dyed. We can decide when we, you know, figure out what we're going to put in the window, but we can decide whether we want the coffee dyed piece facing this way or facing the other way. And then we can also like cover this pocket with something. What do we think? I think I like that. I am going to cut this all at one time because I want these little frayed edges kind of gone on the envelope as well. So I'm just going to cut a hair off of that too. Because apparently I didn't have a paper trimmer at that time because that's a mess. Okay. There we go. That looks better. And then, do we want this like the same height as that? Yeah. And I will cut the very tip off of that too. All right. Perfect. Now, let's find some paper to go over that. And remember, it's going to be in here. So this will be able to either be a pocket that we will slide stuff in from the top, and we'll have, you know, we'll have the image, so it'll come out here, and then we can have it flip out. So there's an additional hidden pocket back here. And maybe we could make this like a journaling spot. We could use some paper that you can journal on. Oh, I have some regular manila squares, but these aren't going to be big enough to cover it. Let's see if I can find one just a bit smaller. And this is going to be coffee dyed, so with it coffee dyed, I don't mind this showing. Like, this will be coffee dyed, you know? It'll just look, I think it'll look cool, like an old piece of paper. And then this will be a pocket. This will be a pocket, and there will be a window on this side. And again, we'll adhere it down so it can flip out. I am happy with that. We are on a roll, people. I think this would be way too wide. If it was a flip out, though, so it was like this and it flipped out like that, you could write sideways. If it wasn't like crooked and off, I think I might do that, but it is. So we're doing this here. This is our paper, and we haven't decided which way, because if the image we pick on this side doesn't quite go with the blue, then it will just look like this. This is going to be really cool. And we'll sew up the sides of all 3 of these layers, and then I'll just adhere this down on the top.